The other day, I was hit by a car, and I bled all over the floor. Far away in the car, Arthur was wearing his seatbelt and looking tenderly at Camilla in the passenger seat. He had knelt in front of my parents and solemnly promised to love me and protect me for life, but now, he didn't even look at me. Fool, don't come cry to me if you hit your head again. He smiled and joked, and his tone was spoiled. I was able to stop the bleeding and save my life when a passerby called the ambulance. A week later, Camilla showed up with a sexy black halter nightgown in her hand and a meaningful smile on her face. Avril, this nightgown, I told Arthur, would suit you best. But he said it would be more appropriate for me to wear it. Would you like to try? I looked at her faintly and uttered a few words. No need. The truth is, I don't need everything Arthur has. The man to whom I had been married for 6 years had long since lost meaning from my world. That night, I felt my empty stomach and decided to leave. I packed my bags and went to the beach for 2 weeks. Arthur's phone calls came in like a storm those days. Where had you been? Why didn't you go to the labor exam yesterday? There was anger in his voice. I took a bite of the ice cream, too lazy to answer. He seemed to hear the voice on the other end of the line, and his tone turned anxious. Avril, are you eating ice cream again? Didn't the doctor say you shouldn't eat cold food during pregnancy? I smiled wryly and took another big bite. Don't worry, I said flatly. The baby's fine. Silence fell on the other end of the line, and he finally said, stop it. I just missed a maternity appointment, and I've been so busy lately my memory's bad. I'll take tomorrow off and go with you. No need. I hung up and turned off the phone. On the day I returned to the city, just after leaving the airport, I saw Arthur's car parked on the side of the road. He rolled down the window and said sarcastically, you know you're coming back, Avril. He frowned at my stomach. Biting around with the baby, my mother was right. You should be at home. His eyes rested on my loose dress as if to confirm something. I ignored it, got into the back seat and put on my headphones. Why are you sitting in the back? Arthur's voice came through the headphones. I took off one earpiece. What did you say? Didn't you always ride shotgun? He frowned slightly and his eyes were quizzical. I looked down and chuckled. Copilot, the seat I thought was reserved for my wife. Until one day, I found a pair of underwear under my seat that didn't belong to me. After that, riding shotgun turned my stomach. I thought he was just asking, but I didn't expect him to follow up. I answered lightly, I was too stupid before. He did not speak again. Halfway down the road, he stopped at a restaurant we used to go to. Are you hungry? Can I have your favorite butter shrimp? I answered casually and continued to swipe my phone. When the dish was served, he deliberately placed the plate of shrimp with coriander removed in front of me and said with a smile, Avril, I remember you don't like coriander, so I deliberately picked it out. Looking at the plate and internet dish, I sneered. In 6 years of marriage, I never had butter shrimp without cilantro. And the one who doesn't eat coriander, that's Camilla. After eating, we passed the intersection where the car accident happened. Memories came to my mind. I tried to suppress the dull pain in my chest, picked up the phone and sent a text message to the lawyer. Help me draft a divorce agreement. I will treat you to dinner. Arthur suddenly pulled up the handbrake and said coldly, we're home. The moment I entered, I heard familiar footsteps in the living room. Arthur, are you back? Camilla was wearing my pajamas, rabbit ear clips on her head and an innocent smile. But when she saw me standing in the doorway, her face froze. Avril. My eyes fell on her, then on Arthur. He quickly explained, Camilla's only here for a few days, my dear. It's not the first time. Many quarrels in exchange for, but the sentence temporary. Now, my mind is surprisingly calm. I put my foot up to enter the room and froze the next second. The doorway was full of my things, clothes, makeup, even the designer bag I had saved 3 months' wages to buy, all strewn on the floor with a deep scratch on it. At that moment, I took a deep breath, looked up at Arthur, and my voice was cold with no emotion. Arthur, get a divorce.